So I'm Chris, and this is Vince, and we're both mango growers and event organizers for this mango festival that we're having at the last Sunday of June. So just to sort of introduce you to the people that are involved, especially the vendors who are involved with this particular event, Vince and I are on a mission.
We're on a mission. Well, we're vendors, we're organizers, but today we're going to be going to other vendors, visiting their properties, doing some brief interviews with them, so the people coming to the festival can maybe get to know some of the vendors, because we know we have people coming from all over, from many different states, and I think it would be good for that they maybe have an idea who some of these vendors are before they get there.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that we'll have a few people coming from other countries also.
I've heard that.
Yeah, so it's really going to be fun. This year's event, as you probably already know, is going to be a lot different from last year's.
Inside
And much bigger.
Just inside.
Yes.
And if you don't know, it was for some people so one of the persons I was talking to, they're like, yeah, I visited Florida in June once, and that was the key. Once. Yes. They're like, it was oppressively hot with your humidity, and I was like, yes, it is.
Yeah, we recognize that. Yeah, so. Last year also, a beautiful venue, Mounts Botanical Garden, just a wonderful place to go, but not when there's hundreds of other people. It was too small for the number of people who wanted to go, and so we had to turn people away. Yeah. This year's venue, the Palm Beach County Convention Center, as you mentioned, air conditioned, protected from rain, which we also had last year, and just a whole, it should be very good. Lots of access to it with the trains that come really close to the convention center.
I think the parking is a covered garage, which is nice. I believe they have, what did they say, 1,000 or 2,000 spaces?
Yeah,
lots of parking.
Yeah, lots.
Lots of parking. So it's covered parking, plus it is near, like you said, public transportation. There's Tri-Rail that comes very near there. It's within walking distance. There's Brightline, which is in walking distance. The airport is like 10, 12 minutes away. So if you flew in, you could literally fly in for the event, Uber, and then fly back out on the same day if your tickets were arranged in such a manner.
Yeah, it's got a lot of upgrades from last year. Last year was a nice event, but this year takes it to a whole new level, and the venue is able to accommodate thousands of people. And so if you have an interest in mangoes, this is the place to be, June 29th, Palm Beach County Convention Center.
Yeah, and we're trying to encourage our vendors to give a little bit of samples, have people sample the mangoes. We are having some tastings. Most of those are sold out right now. We may release some more, but we have to make sure we have enough beautiful mangoes here for everybody to be sampling. This is a Golden Queen, by the way. It's wonderful. Anyway,
so that's sort of an overview of what is coming up as far as the event, the Mango Festival. But what we're doing today is going around to some of the vendors to sort of give you a glimpse as far as who they are and what kind of tropical fruit they like to grow. Of course, I think everybody has mangoes, but then there'll be some other fruits also.
Yeah, I'm hoping somebody maybe will bring some jackfruit or jaboticabas, soursop maybe.
Yeah, we'll see.
What else? What else do you grow?
Oh, the list is long. So yeah, I think the main thing, we got such great light right now. I want to just get...
It's a beautiful day.
Yes, it is. I want to start talking to other vendors, and so let's get going on that.
Let's go into the car.
Chris and I have arrived at the... We're here.
So Chris is tired from driving all day, and one of us is road sick, and but we are at Incredible Edible Landscapes with Connor. And so Connor, introduce yourself.
So my name's Connor, and yeah, we're standing at my farm, Incredible Edible Landscapes. We're a specialty fruit tree nursery and exotic veggies and herbs and spices. We grow a little bit of everything, and our mission here is to help mostly homeowners get started growing food in their yard, and we try to make it fun and easy for them.
So how long have you been in the business?
Since, well, I sold my first plant in 2018. And so that would be the start.
How did you sort of get into it besides selling the first plant in 2018?
Prior to that, I saved up and bought my first house, starter home in West Palm Beach, and it was a decent sized yard, and didn't want to grow grass. Wanted to just, the goal was just fill it up with as much food as I could grow. I knew nothing at the time, so made a lot of mistakes, planted a lot of trees, made some changes, and so kind of trial by error for a couple years, and learned how to grow fruit, learned what the best things to grow were, and somewhere along the line I learned how to propagate plants and fell in love with that. And one thing led to another, ended up selling at a local farmer's market. From there, the business just grew. We were asked to start doing installations and designs, and so for a couple years, the nursery in my little backyard kept expanding, and it was bulging at the seams, and one thing led to another. We found ourselves this property here in Loxahatchee. It was an old palm nursery. Guy was selling it for sale by owner, and you know, we I still don't know how it happened, but we got blessed and we acquired the property, and so we've rebuilt this place to kind of match the vision, and we're still doing that. And
well, I'll say I was out here visiting about a year and a half ago, maybe two. It was a while ago, and it looks a lot different from then. I can see like a lot of the new
barn.
Yeah, the new barn. This is beautiful, by the way, and the trees and the plants that you had put in at that time were all much younger, and so now they're well established, and so it's a great property to come out and look around and shop for different things and get some advice on how to grow instead of a lawn, a food forest in your yard.
Yeah, we've got a bunch of little parcels here that we kind of call our demonstration gardens, like what we're standing in front of. This row right here actually used to be a row of about 50-foot royal palms, 10 or 12 of them. And so when we first got here, we knocked all of those out and kind of reconstructed the whole place and started planting. And so obviously we're not standing in front of just mango trees, we're standing in front of a whole diversity of plants, and so that is what we call an edible landscape, and we use agroforestry principles to kind of help our customers grow as much as they can in, you know, usually a residential sized lot, and there's strategies and ways to do that we try to educate people on.
I like what you said about the demonstration garden, because some people, like, they have an idea but they can't maybe totally visualize it, and so if you were out here and you do come, you could walk and so you said, if I heard you correctly, you have more than one sort of little plot as a demonstration?
Yeah, right at the front gate.
Areas? Right
at the front gate, there's a food forest up there that's, it's the size is, it's pretty small. There's a lot going on in there. There's a lot of stuff growing. Trees are starting to fruit, and that's that and this, like, there's small pieces of land that we've parceled off into these gardens, and it's easy for people to see when they come here, like, how this could fit into their own yard in like a 30 by 70 space.
That's
you know,
nice.
That's growing food, like home scale agriculture, is kind of what we specialize in.
Okay, so that sounds great. It's very interesting, all the different plants you have and such. Of course, one of the things that we're interested in is what you're going to do at the Mango Festival.
Right.
You do have a booth there, and so what type of goods and services might you be like offering?
So we'll obviously be there to advertise the nursery and advertise our business here. We're going to try to bring a little bit of everything in terms of plant inventory. I know a lot of vendors will have mangoes covered. We may bring some, but maybe just a couple varieties that might be hard to find. But we'll be trying to cover a lot of the other fruit trees besides mangoes as well, so like sapodillas, loquats, mulberries, breadfruit, soursop. Don't have a list yet, but we'll also bring, one of the things we specialize in is tropical vegetables, perennial vegetables, exotic herbs and spices, and so we'll bring a little smattering of those as well, and we're there to just connect with people and kind of let them know about what we do. We're a local resource here, so try to let people know about us, and if they want to come out and see us at the nursery, then they're welcome to.
So I'll say, like, for those people who are watching this video prior to the Florida Mango Festival, if there may be something special or a little more exotic or hard to get, we contact Connor ahead of time through Incredible Edible Landscapes. You can find it on the web, on Google search, and contact them, and then maybe arrange ahead of time, and he'll make sure if it's available to bring that plant for you, or tree, or whatever it is that you want.
Yeah, or if you're just in town for the Mango Fest that weekend, maybe you can come here the day before or after the following weekend.
So on Saturday, what would your hours be?
Saturday, Tuesday through Saturday we're open 8 to 4:30. Saturday's usually a good day to come by. I intend to always be here on Saturdays. Other days of the week I might be out doing something, but Saturday's a great day to come by and connect.
Do you have a favorite mango?
That's a hard question to answer, as you guys know.
Yeah, the one you're eating, I know.
It's the one you're eating.
Yeah.
Every year my top 5 kind of shifts around.
Okay.
I tend to answer that question with Edward mango.
Okay.
So the reason is because I have a strong attachment to that. It was the mango that introduced me to the world of mangoes.
Okay.
So at my first property where we started this, I happened to get lucky. I bought a house with a tree that was planted in probably the 40s, right around when Edward was getting started. And it ended up being an Edward tree. We got several 100 pounds of fruit every year off of it. And so that mango really opened my eyes to how good this fruit can be. And it was my intro to the depth of varieties. And I have an Edward tree planted here that's a graft from that original big granddaddy tree. So I'm partial to that variety because I've got a strong attachment to it.
Wonderful. Well, thanks very much. We definitely are looking forward to seeing you at the festival.
Yeah. So what I would say is, if you want to contact us in advance, like you were saying about specific plants, email me or get on our email newsletter. Usually before we go to events like this, we're going to announce it on there, and we might put up a list of what we're going to bring, and there's the opportunity to contact me and say, hey, I want this specific plant that I see on your inventory list. Our whole inventory is online. There's a document you can check to see what we have in stock and what the prices are and sizes.
Sounds great. Thanks very much, Connor.
Of course.
Thank you.